Hi all and welcome to the DevLook at the Dungeon of the Endless. DevLook is a YouTube series that aims to give you a core feature overview for the early access titles, as well as to assess the risks related to buying an unfinished early access game. Today we're having a look at the game by the Amplitude Studio, the guys who brought you 4X game Endless Space. For some reason they decided to change the development direction drastically and to do a roguelike tower defense game about opening doors. And the first thing that I want to note about it is the soundtrack. Let me just shut up for a second and just listen to this. I think it's absolutely amazing. But let's start our overview with the options menu. Not that many options here actually, but for a 2D pixel art title I think it's fine. So you have a resolution option, which is actually a scaling option, not a real resolution option. You can have a 1:1 sprite size or different stretch options, which work the same for mine aspect ratio. And then you have a separate music sliders, which is always good. But let's start the game and see how it plays. So you have at the moment two difficulty options, which is easy and too easy. We'll play on too easy because on easy I get murdered every time and I don't want to do that for a video. So first you have to pick your heroes. You have 3 heroes unlocked from the start and then you have 6 more at the moment. So that's 9 heroes overall. They promised 30 heroes on a release. So you get this 9 for time being to play with, but I think it's actually quite a lot now, so you can have a lot of variety in your party even now. Every hero has a different stats and different abilities, which you can unlock by leveling them up. But let's just fire up the game and see how it plays. At the beginning you get this short intro that explains how you got to the planet, and meanwhile I can tell you that I've spent playing like 4 or 5 hours. And the longest play session I had was 2 hours. I managed to get to the level 6 of too easy, and that wasn't the end of the game, but I just horribly murdered there. So let's see how it plays, shall we? So here's our crashed ship, our crew, and our crystal. Since this is a tower defense game, our crystal is what you have to defend from your monsters, and you can do this by utilizing different things at your disposal. So the first one is obviously the crew, and the second one is different resources. So you have 4 different resources at your disposal. The first one is dust. This is kind of multifunctional resource. First of all, it's the health of your crystal. So if your dust goes to 0, you die. You can lose dust by letting creatures hit your crystal, obviously. But dust is as well used for trading, so if you find a trader you can spend dust to buy items. It's risky but can be quite rewarding. The second resource is food. Food can be used for 2 things. First one is you can heal your heroes in battle, which can be handy if you're overwhelmed by monsters and have to survive somehow. And the second thing is that you can use food to level up your heroes, as well as to recruit new heroes using this resource. Let's level this hero up. As you can see, it got increase of stats and got a active skill. So every hero has some active and passive skills, as well as equipment slots, which vary depending on the hero type. Then you have science. Science is used to research new towers and upgrade the existing ones. To do that you have to find an artifact in level, and luckily you can get one, and I can show you how it works. And then you have industry, which is basically used to build towers and generators of resources to get you through the level. So as I already was saying, this game is about opening doors, but let's open the first door and see what's behind it. Once you open the door, the random event occurs and you get something. So here we got a new item, which is actually quite handy. Nice, it's a attack power thing. So let's put it on our hero and get some attack. So now let's talk about using dust to powering up rooms. Here we have a dark room. Dark room means it's not powered up. It as well means that creeps will spawn here and try to attack you. What we can do is we can use dust to power up this room. This way the room is powered up and no creeps will spawn here. As well, we can now build our towers and generators here. As you can see, I built the industry generator and one of my guys started operating it. That will give me additional bonus for generating stuff. We can as well build some towers here just to make sure that it's easier for our heroes to defend. Let's open the next room. And we got some... what is a dust factory? So we can use it for 30 industry, but we don't have 30 industry. And, you know, as any roguelike, it tends to be not very fair about that. So it's a random nature thing, and you can either get something really good or something really bad out from it. But we'll try it later. Let's open the next door and try to find something useful. And we find monsters. Let's run back. It's almost never a good idea to fight monsters straight up unless they are very weak like these ones. So I could have actually just murdered them there, but it's always better to just run back to your towers and dispose of them there. We have now additional slot. Let's build the food generator here and build some towers to defend it. So the target of the game is to find the exit at a level and then bring your crystal to the exit. We found some food. We can power that up. That looks like a good spot to defend the area. So let's put a few towers here. And this is where the game gets interesting. So we now have 2 routes to go, but we don't have enough dust to power both of routes. So we have to figure out how to defend from waves of creeps coming from different places. Let's go left. And we found science, which is absolutely useless to us at the moment because there is no artifacts nearby. Let's proceed. We got more dust, which allows us to power up this room. That's nice. Okay, yeah, so maybe I should tell you that basically the way the game works is that everything is turn-based, as you might imagine, but the turns are basically doors. So every time you open door, you get an end turn, and at that time you get the resource addition and research stuff happening and all other things going on and monster spawning and so on. So you have to basically, you know, account for that. And combat and running happens in real time, and then you have your active pause, which is triggered by spacebar. So actually you can give your commands and then unpause and see what happens. Let's try to find someone to fight, or I don't know, something else. More science, and then we have a monsters here spawning. Let's see if we can murder them. Yes, we can. They are pretty weak. Okay, every time you kill monsters, monster waves, your hero regenerates all health. So that's nice and easy. And I just found an exit. So the target, as I already said, is to bring our crystal to exit, but as any roguelike game, this one encourages exploring and finding new stuff, because, you know, we can find artifact or more monsters. Let's run back to our towers. So they're saying we can find an artifact to research new towers or new heroes or a trader who can give us some cool stuff. Okay, we have more. So the good idea before bringing your crystal to the exit is to power up all the way to it. Because if you don't, then you will get probably horribly murdered. And this is because once you pick up the crystal, all unpowered rooms start to spawn monsters. And I mean, if you have a lot of them, you can imagine what might happen. So that gets very hectic very fast. Let's get back to our towers. Actually, I have quite a lot of food and industry, so I might be able to upgrade one of my heroes. Okay, there's only 2 of them and they are pretty slow. Should be able to dispatch of them quick. So while I'm doing this search, let's talk about the risks that this game has, you know, and the missing features. let's start by the missing features. So what the developers said basically is that at least what I was able to find in forums, because they don't have any comprehensive roadmap at the moment, is that most of the features are already in the game, and most of the things that are gonna be added are content related. So new towers, new heroes, new skills, new items, new events, and so on. And feature-wise, I think there was only like 2 big things. The first one was tactical overview, and I think that would be very handy, because at the moment, if you want to see, you know, where the monster is gonna come from, you have to like scroll like this, which is very annoying. Or you can use keyboard, which is also not that fast, and it's not adjustable in the options, so it's as well not very nice to do so. So a tactical view would be much better than this. And then they talked about adding some kind of meta progression system between the games, because now you have this kind of traditional roguelike progression. You know, you start, you progress, and then you just die horribly and start all over again. Okay, level up our hero. Let's try to open this thing. Oh, we got more dust, and now we have actually enough dust to activate the exit. Nice. So we didn't find any new heroes, or we didn't find any artifact to show you science. Let's do this on the next floor. So let me show you how the finish in the level looks. So let's keep some resources to the next level. So as I already said, once I pick up the crystal, monsters will come at me from all the dark corners. That means I have to protect the guy with the crystal very hard, because he cannot fight. Okay, pick up the crystal. Let's pause the game and say, okay, you guy, go to the exit. Then we switch to this girl with a sword and start protecting him. As you can see, when he moves, the rooms get powered down. That means that monsters will be coming from behind. So it's very important to build enough towers to protect your guy. And you know, I mean, I don't have that many dark rooms here, because this is the first map and this is the simplest difficulty. So it's actually pretty easy to win this. But when you have like a huge map and like 10 different ways from where the monsters can come, this can become very hectic, and like you have to manage your route very carefully, in a way that, you know, you don't die horribly while he drags this crystal around. Okay, I've won the first floor, so we can continue. Hopefully we can get a look at the new hero and the new some science. So, and this is actually where the game gets interesting. So basically, in a traditional tower defense, you know that monsters come right from this point and they want to get to this point. Here, all you know is that monsters come from dark places and they want to murder your heroes and your crystal. And they are gonna come to murder you and your crystal. The thing is that you can basically pick from where they are gonna come. And it's always a good idea to, you know, pick only one route. Because if you pick several, it becomes very, very hard to protect them. Let's start by putting some technology here and maybe a few towers. No, you stand there. Alright. Let's go here. We found some science again, which is absolutely useless to us. Maybe we should build some food. Yep. Good. Okay, let's try to find... again, monster. Oh, those are tough. I need my second hero. Okay, yeah, so I explained all the features and missing features. Let's talk about risks. So, I mean, what's the biggest risk with the early access titles is that basically the developers, for example, decide that, okay, that's done now, and release a product at the state that's, you know, as is, basically. And this is the worst thing that can happen. I mean, I don't think any sane developer would do this, but still, we have to assess that, right? Oh, monster is incoming. So if they would do this, I actually don't think there would be that many issues with it, because the game is, I mean, it's feature complete. There's not that much content in here, but due to its random nature, it doesn't really matter that much. I mean, look at something like, say, FTL. So it's the same randomly generated dungeon where you have to fight stuff and encounter random events and get your way to the exit, you know. And it doesn't really matter. I mean, okay, of course it does matter how much content you have, but if it's not that as much as they like said it will be, it's fine as well. I mean, it will get boring obviously faster since you don't have that variety, but it's still an enjoyable game. I've played for 5 hours and I still find it very fun and very entertaining to find them too easy, because easy is hard. I guess maybe I can become better at it. Okay, she's gonna die. Let's heal her. Maybe if I become better at it, I will be able to play on easy and say, okay, I got repair skill, so I can now repair stuff. Cool. Yeah, so I can get better and play it on easy and, you know, say get to the end of a game, which is nearly impossible for me, I guess. But yeah, so that there's actually not that many risks, and if you enjoy games of that type, I would say that's a game for you. Then we should probably talk about the update cycle, which is actually quite quick for this game. So the guys from the Amplitude Studios push the updates every 2 weeks, and these 2 weeks updates every time bring quite a lot of content, and then they have additional smaller updates that basically like bug hotfixes that just fix different small issues with the game, which there are not that many. Okay, we horribly murder all these monsters. Maybe I have to heal again. Okay, we're repairing our stuff. Cool. Can power up this room and this room. Perfect. Now the monsters won't come from here. So it's a good idea to put a few towers on the way so that, you know, it will shoot on them while they're coming to our main room. And yeah, here's the one more interesting part. So basically, I can open that door over there, but that would mean that monsters will come here through the shortcut, and I don't want that because I don't have any defenses there. So I kind of have to pick between, you know, opening a door and switching one more turn and not fighting monsters who come from that direction. And like here you have only like one door like this, and in most of the levels, you like the deeper levels, the deeper you get, the more decisions you will have to make, like this one. And this is where the game gets really interesting. So I would actually compare it to something like a, you know, tactics games, yeah, because you have to be very thoughtful about all these decisions, where you open doors, where you not, and where you put your towers, and how you do these roads. So I mean, this comes from tower defense obviously, but there are some monsters, yeah, like this one, who attack your towers, and they can be very annoying because the towers cost you industry that you cannot really get back. But on the other hand, you cannot just rush there and murder them, because those guys will follow you and it's not very good fighting them alone. Okay, we can pick up this dust here. And I guess we need to repair that one and maybe build a few more towers here. Okay. I really want to show you... there's nothing here actually, which kind of sucks. Okay. I really want to show you how the science works, but I'm not seeing any artifacts around. Let me try to find it. Because I already speak about pretty much everything, and here we go. We have a new hero. So we can recruit him and put him to the defense position, say here. No, maybe here is fine. So you can have up to 4 heroes in your party, and all of them have different skills and different attributes, different specialties, I guess. We can actually power stuff here. And then we need one more, and then no monsters will come from this side, which is good for us. So let's try to find more. Come on, give me some artifact. Okay, no, if I found trader, so this is what I was speaking about. You can get items. Oh, I have some item here. Okay. So I have an item that gives me what, wit? Okay, so let's see. This guy does our operating. We can give it to him so he operates better and can repair stuff now. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, you can trade for dust, but this is kind of dangerous because if you do that, you don't have enough power to power up the rooms, and monsters will come from there, and you know, you have to decide between, do you want a better equipment for your heroes, or do you want a better you know, a more powered rooms so that you can more easily navigate through the game. Okay, nothing here again. Come on, I need your science. And we have again this door and monsters. Okay, let's go here. So yeah, once again this, oh, and it goes directly to my crystal, so that wouldn't be a very good idea to open it. Repair the tower. I think it's, oh yeah, he's killing the merchant. Not a good idea. Murder him quickly. Okay, so yeah, merchant is actually absolutely defenseless, so if someone will attack him, he will be murdered, and you, I mean, basically he disappears and you cannot get anything from him. I found a cryo capsule. Let's activate it. And we found a new hero. Perfect, let's take him. So we can put that guy here because monsters will be now coming from the bottom. Let's power that up. Oh, no, monsters. Okay, let's go here. Oh, and they're coming from the top as well. I guess we can put her here because then will be 2 down and 2 up. I mean, you can see that even now there's already, and that guy needs some healing. Even now, even on level 2 on very easy, you can see that there's already like a lot of monsters, and if I think they're murdering merchant again. Yep. Let's save the poor guy. So even at this level, even with the simplest difficulty, you can see that it's getting very hectic. And I haven't even opened all the doors yet. And the deeper you go, the more complex the levels become. Okay, maybe do I want to power something else here? Yeah, maybe I want to power actually the merchant. So let's say yes, let's power him up. That way he will be kinda protected. Let's put that guy here. Build some industry generator and then build some towers to help him defend. Do we have some spots? Yes, we do. Let's build some food so that we can level up our heroes. I mean, you can see where it's going, so the main thing is that basically the deeper you go, the more complicated all those interactions get. I found an exit, but again, no science machine. Well, this is slightly disappointing. Nope, not here as well. Yep, but we have monsters. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, as you can see, they're damaging my crystal and I'm losing dust. Okay, now they're destroying my defenses. Not a good thing. And they murdered... Did they? I think they murdered one of my guys. Yes, they did. Shit. Well, I was saying that I'm not really good at that game. Okay, so let's power those down. We don't need those. So we just need a route to the exit. I just really want to find that... Okay, I just really want to find that artifact to show you how the science works. Okay, we have that. Basically means the monsters will be coming here. We have defenses good. Let's put some stuff here. Okay. Nope. You go pick up the crystal. And now you go to the exit. Here we go. Now it's gonna get bloody. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Yep. Okay, that was easy actually. Let's try to find that damn artifact and maybe show you some more random events here. And monsters, nope. So let's see down. More science, and again it's absolutely useless for us. Okay. What can I say else about it from... Yeah, maybe I can... Oh, finally. Okay. Here we go. So now we can talk about science. So you have your resource science and you have these crystals, which is called artifacts. You can use them to research technologies. Research is does two things. So first one is you can research new modules, which will basically add stuff here. So I don't have any healing or protective modules, but I have attacking stuff. And I can research them here, or I can improve the quality of existing modules, like do a better industry generator that will generate more industry, or do a better basic tower that will attack harder, you know, stuff like this. So, and then here you can see that it takes 3 doors. So basically everything in this game is counted in doors. It takes 3 doors to complete the research. So let's research the better industry generator. And meanwhile, let's put some here. Let's put the guys here and let's go down. So we need to open 3 doors to finish the research. And now we have monsters, and let's put our guys here, because if we don't protect the artifact while it's doing the research, monsters will try to destroy it, which is obviously not a good thing. Okay, that's 1, that's 2. What we got here? Nothing. Okay, and that's 3. So as you can see, the industry generator upgrade unlocked, and there's again monsters trying to murder me. So as you can see, it's automatically upgraded, and I now have a better generator that generates more industry for me. And this is actually very, very... Oh no, he's just... There's this type of monsters which just go for the crystal and try to murder it. So it's a good idea to always keep someone near the crystal in case they try to destroy it. Okay. Okay, so yeah, that's how the science works, and basically it's required to use it, because if you don't get all these towers at the higher levels, you'll just get murdered. I mean, even now it's already tough to fight with this basic tower and your heroes. And more monsters. Okay, let's talk about the price point. So they approach to the selling the game in kind of tiers. You have 2 tiers or packs. The first one is a pixel pack that comes with a game and a soundtrack and costs you $13 or your original equivalent. And I mean, probably you can just get this one if you don't want to, you know, specifically help the developers or get the bonuses from the founder pack. And then you can get a founder pack that costs you $20 or your original equivalent. And in addition to the stuff from a pixel pack, it gets you, what was it, additional hero and additional ship. And as well a new faction for the Endless Space game, if you own it obviously. And as well some like Steam coupons for the Endless Space and some other stuff that I, for example, I haven't really used it. I do have it, but well, it just lies around. So that's about it. That's about all what I wanted to say. I have to add that the soundtrack is amazing. I mean, the music is crazy and they keep adding it. So I think at the moment it has something like 10 songs or so, but they keep adding them, and I think it's not complete. And I enjoyed this game immensely. I think I will continue playing it and hope to maybe do more videos once they add more big features, maybe tactical overview. I do a smaller video explaining what is it and how it works. And thank you for watching, and see you next time.